Daily Cycles with an update on July the 15th. So I'm back a few days from my holiday and I have time for a video update. So I'm happy to see so many new subscribers and views on my last video. So yeah, that's one of my motivations to do these videos. So hope you like it. If you haven't seen my previous video, you should have a look at it. It gives you a context of the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is I was initially expecting all this year to be bullish, but then I looked into the 28-year cycle and the 3.5-year cycle and realized that we maybe will have an early top in this 3.5-year cycle. And this 3.5-year cycle could be an A, B, C bull market, a short bull market of around 2 years. And this A, B, C, well, we are possibly in this last C move, and it can have two main configurations. Either we top out around August 10th, we just continue up, or we could make a pullback with a low in August and then have the final top around early November. And both these two scenarios are still in play, but I have strong evidence supporting this purple one topping around mid-August. Yeah, I'll come back to that, because we have a 10-week cycle. It's been working very nice for several years, and one of my tools is I'm using a wavelet for the VIX, because the VIX is often leading, or is giving me leading signals for the S&P. So the VIX is saying it has topped, it's going down, and inverted for the S&P. It has made a low, and it has started a new 10-week cycle. It's going up, and this gives me some projections, and I have found some analogs where we had a very shallow 10-week cycle low, and they are giving me the same message, both these two projections. They are saying there's a pullback coming very soon, but it should only be a pullback and then a higher high, and then we should get the correction. So both these are saying there should be a pullback, higher high, and a correction. And you know, I have many other tools for identifying such a 10-week cycle low, and one of those is the advanced decline line, and we see the advanced decline line made some kind of a low here and is now surging up and has signaled we have started a new 10-week cycle. Also, I have my 3 medium-term cycles and the composite of these. The composite is topping around mid next week, but as we see from previous cycles, the market top is often lagging, is coming later than this composite top. So I think it's very possible that the top could be around mid-August or August the 10th or thereabout. And you may say, well, does this composite really work? Well, actually, when I looked at the Dow Jones Industrial Index, it works even better, especially this weakness we had since April. The composite suggested weakness into late June, and we did see many sectors showing this weakness, but not so much the S&P, which rallied because of tech. And we have a nice correlation all the way, only slight, not that good a line here around the banking crisis that we had. That caused a late low, later than the composite suggested, but otherwise we have some nice correlation here. So my cycles are suggesting it should be still too early to look for a 10-week cycle top. And if we look at my monthly, my 4-week cycle, it's here in green, and it has a 2-week oscillation. However, lately, this 2-week oscillation has not been that visible in the S&P. It's been more like just a 4-week cycle. The mid cycle though, it is hard to spot here. So it's no, at the moment it's not like this. It's more like just a 4-week cycle. And as we see, the cycle suggests a top around Wednesday this coming week, and then a low around next Wednesday. And here I have drawn a roadmap. We have a Fed meeting, non-farm payrolls early September, and the Fed meeting in mid-September, and we have the Democrat convention. So my main scenario is here in red. We could crash down here if we get some bad news from Fed and the payrolls data, but my cycles, well, they could allow this, but it looks too early. But that is absolutely a possibility. I will come back to that. But I think it's more likely we get a top in early August, and maybe it's the Democrat convention that will cause some panic here. And my expected low is around the Fed meeting on September the 16th. If I go back to these two scenarios, either I think we just continue up after a small pullback here the coming week, and we have a top in August, and that could be the bull market top. But it is still possible we make some kind of a low in August, and then we have a top in November. And then there's a third analog. That's the one from the 2007. It's possible we have more like a consolidation in August, and the top late August, early September. Then we get the correction. So actually this is very similar to this one, and then maybe a topping formation into December, January, some kind of a double top. Both possible. The Dow Jones Industrial Average hourly data has not followed the typical rally scenario in green. Also, we have some, I have the 2-week oscillation here in orange, and we lost 1.5 trading days around the 4th of July, so the cycle is a bit disturbed. I think this is the correct one, suggesting a top around Wednesday and then down for 1 week. And then we'll see how deep that goes, or if it's only sideways. And I have my money flow triangles. So we did get the breakout of the triangle. We have made an all-time high. So we are building this money flow triangle, and it is not telling us or me where the top will be, because the top could be, that this could be a momentum high, but the price high could be later on lower momentum. But it is currently telling me if momentum has topped out, that the price low is in about 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. That's mid-August. Yeah, so this could allow for some kind of low in mid-August. Very possible. So I'm really not sure here. Also, there's a strange thing going on with the 4-week cycle, because the Norwegian cycle has shifted by 2 weeks, and it's possible we are seeing this in the Dow Jones Industrial Average as well. Maybe it has shifted by 2 weeks, or maybe it snaps back to the normal pattern. We'll have to see about that. So I think that was it for this update. Here's my roadmap. We have these events coming up. We do have weakness in the 4-week cycle into a low around Wednesday next week. Then the very bullish phase starts, but if that is ruined by some bad news from Fed and payrolls, that could cause a correction. Otherwise, normally we should rally up to a top in mid-August, and then we should correct into mid-September. So, see you. Have a nice holiday all, and